Hi. First of all, I'm asking a question before we start our discussion on economics. I'm asking, how are you? What is your answer? What is your answer? If I'm asking how are you, your answer is being well. Being well. What is this being well? What is the well-being? You say is well-being if you satisfied. How you satisfied? You satisfied once you get things what you want. Right? That means you says you are being well by the based on the level of your satisfaction. If you're satisfied, you are saying yes, I'm being well, or you are saying good, life is good, life is better. Why? You are getting what you want. If you are not getting what you want, then you says no, I'm not being well. That means you are not satisfied. You are not satisfied. For satisfying what you want, you need, or we can say that you have many requirements, desires to fulfill. You want desire. Do you have some desires to fulfill? Right? You need food. Right? You need food. If you can have the food what you want, then you're happy. Beggars, they are not happy. Why? They are not getting foods or stuff as they want. They are not getting that as they want. Then they not satisfied. Rich people think they satisfied. Why? They can get what they want. Food, yes. Clothing, yes. Accommodation, yes. They are living in luxurious homes, and we think that they are satisfied. But what is happening finally? No one satisfied. No one satisfied until we die. Right? We are dying with some unsatisfied needs and wants. We are dying with that some requirements we didn't fulfill. Right? That is the nature. Anyhow, now we know that we are happy if we can have what we want. If we can fulfill our desires, if we can fulfill our requirements, then we are happy. Right? Then we are happy. How we can get those? Right? How we can get those? We have to produce. As an example, think food. Yes, that's a production of goods. There's a distribution of goods. There's a consumption of goods and services. Then only we can satisfy. Then what is happening? We are running behind something called satisfaction. We are running behind something called satisfying. Then finally we are saying we are satisfied or not. Right? For that, what we are doing, everything behind this, these behaviors of people, that is due to satisfaction. That is due to satisfaction. Then this subject economics is studying these behaviors, human behaviors. Right? Human behaviors. This is, in one hand, we can say science. Right? Economics is a science. Economics is science. But this is not a pure science. This is not a pure science. Here we are studying human behaviors. human behaviors, then this is not just a science, this is a social science. This is a social science. We are studying human behaviors. Economics we known as the queen of all social sciences. As an example, think sociology is social science, political science is social science, anthropology, right? All are social sciences. Economics is the queen. People consider economics as the queen of these social sciences, right? Then you are in studying of the royal science, queen of all social sciences. Why we are identifying this as a science, right? Yes, we are studying behaviors. This is based on some scientific theoretical basis. Scientific and theoretical base is there in economics. But by comparing with all other subjects like physics and chemistry, what is the difference between these two subjects? How economics is vary from these subjects? The reason is these theories, concepts we can't prove in laboratories. We can't prove in laboratories, right? That we have to study this in society. We have to study these concepts in society. Then we can say economics is a science, but economics is a social science, right? That is one concept. Economics, now we know all human behaviors behind satisfying their human needs and wants. That's behavior we are studying under economics. What is this behavior? Right? What is this behavior? This behavior is all resources available in the society or the economy, those are scarce. Limited resources. Resources are limited, but our desires are not limited. One after one, one after one, one after one, we have some desires. We have some needs and wants. Those are limitless. Right? Those are limitless. Resources, there is a limitness. Then people, human, they are trying to fulfill their unlimited needs and wants using limited resources. Limited resources. This is the problem in economics. This is the base problem. This is the fundamental problem in economics. Scarcity. Finally, we can say economics is a social science that studies human behaviors when they fulfill their unlimited needs and wants using limited resources. Unlimited human needs and wants using limited resources. Right, that is economics. Economics word derived from word economicus in Greek. This is a Greek word. Economicus is a Greek word. That means economicus meaning is saving something. Right? Then in English that became economics. Economics. Right? Right. In this economics, we have two major sections. Right? Two major sections. What are those two major sections? Macroeconomics and microeconomics. Macroeconomics and microeconomics. Economics, we can identify two sections. One is micro. Microeconomics. Microeconomics studies small sections of the entire economy. As an example, we can say learning of households, suppliers, demand, right, scarcity. Those are small pieces, small parts of economy. That is the major thing, major consideration of microeconomics. Microeconomics. What we are learning under microeconomics? We are learning about market. Market is one component in economy, market, right? Demand, consumer, right? Demand, consumer. What else we can say? Households. Right? This is microeconomics, right? Microeconomics. Then in macroeconomics, next is the macro. Macroeconomics. Macroeconomics mean entire economics, aggregate economic concept. All are aggregated, then we are studying that economic as a whole, right? Then we can see if we are going to discuss about inflation. Inflation is not a small part. Inflation is not a small part of economy, right? Inflation for entire economy, right? That is infected to entire economy. All entire economy infected by the inflation. We can say exchange rates, right? Exchange rate, unemployment, economic development, right? Price level, all these are concepts we discuss in macroeconomics. Economics major two branches. Microeconomics studies these individuals and firms mainly, and the small concepts, not the entire economy. But macroeconomic studies the entire economy, right? As a whole, economy as a whole, right? Economy as a whole. Inflation, that is entire economy, right? And exchange rate, development, right? Employment or unemployment, all these are macro concepts. Normally these are asked in examination questions frequently. Given one statement or one phenomena out of these and asking this is discuss in which economy, micro or macro economy, right? Like that you have to expect those questions. Right, we will discuss those later. Now just we started the discussion, right? Now we have these two branches in economics, and one is microeconomics, another one is macroeconomics, right? In economy, right, when we are explaining concepts in economics, there are some normative and positive statements. Positive statements and normative statements in economics. Positive and normative, right? What are those positive statements? Positive statements mean these things, the statements, facts we can prove. We can prove those concepts, right? We can prove those concepts. As an example, if he says there is a negative relationship between price and quantity demanded, yes, there's a negative relationship. What is the negative relationship? That means When price increases, demand goes down. People, consumers, they are not ready to buy more in higher prices. Right? In higher prices, they are buying low. In lower prices, they are buying high. Now, that is true. We can prove that. Right? We can prove that. That is positive. That is positive. And if he says the unemployment rate of Sri Lanka is this percentage in last year, that is positive. We can prove that. We can prove that. Right? We can do that statement based on some statistics. Sometimes issued some statistics by issued statistics of central bank, right? Or some government bodies, government institutions. What are the economic statements, facts we can prove? Those are positive economic statements. Positive economic statement. What is the normative? Normative statement. That means those statements based on people's beliefs. People beliefs and their ideas, opinions. I can make some statements, economic statements. That is my own opinion. I can say non-government organizations should regulated by government institutions. Non-government organizations should regulate by government organizations. That is my idea. That is not positive statement, that is normative statement. But I think, right, that is good. Right? If I say Sri Lanka's development rate supposed to be at least 8% per annum, that is positive statement. Right? Sorry, that is normative statement. That is not positive statement. Right? That is my opinion. Right? Your opinion, my opinion, that opinion that someone else can say that is not my idea. My idea is that's supposed to be 15%. Right? All those are normative statements. Normative statement. And I can say that private sector, right? Private sector businesses need more tax reliefs. Private sector businesses need more tax releases. Then that is my idea, right? That is my idea. Another can say, no, private sector, the government is supposed to impose more taxes in private sector. That is another person's idea. That type of questions, that type of statements, really, we can say those are normative statements. Normative statements. Then in economics, we can identify positive statements as well as normative statements. Now we know what is economics. Studying human behavior. People, they are trying to fulfill their requirements, desires, needs and wants using limited resources, but they are unlimited. They have unlimited requirements, desires, and we understood what are the micro and macro economics concepts and positive and normative statements of economics.